through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where new retro meet. The sixth and a half dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the turbo zone.
Yo, it's me. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible intro. Just yo, it's me.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. Turbo. Up here in the turbo. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? I'm joined here today with Spencer
From the Itch Network.
From the Itch Network.
That's where I hail from.
Yeah, you've been surprisingly quiet over there recently since that new guy showed up.
Yeah. Tex tends to steal the spotlight from folk like me, so
You just hide in the shadows.
hide in the shadows. I just edit the videos, you know.
You just edit the videos. Today we're going to talk about a very special topic. I guess. I guess it's special.
I guess.
I guess it's the hero shooter.
Special enough to make a video about. How about
Yes. I think it's an interesting topic. Spencer, what is the hero shooter genre?
I mean, that's a loaded question, Alex. But if I were to answer it, I would say it's like a shooter combined with personalities. So instead of just like a Call of Duty where you could literally just run in with a mask, a gorilla mask preferably, and just shoot everybody. It's more focused on individual characters teaming up and combining, different strengths and weaknesses together. And usually it's to accomplish a goal that isn't necessarily just deathmatch. I mean, you could do it. It is, but a lot of times it's got other things like capture the flag, and the focus is more objective, team based than straight up kill count.
And the king of the hero shooter is Overwatch.
Yes, a good game. It's a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, it's Blizzard. Blizzard usually doesn't do anything bad, inherently bad.
Yeah, I think my issue with Blizzard is they don't take risks. And
yeah, that's true, but they do play it safe, but what they do is like incredibly well made.
For the most part.
For the most part.
As a strong MOBA player for many years, I think Heroes of the Storm is one of the worst MOBAs you could play.
Oh, I actually know nothing about that game.
I think it's an embarrassment to MOBAs. But
that sucks.
That's my own personal gripe, and
I
polished.
Made that game.
It's a polished game, and if that's all that matters, then there you go.
I'm a huge Diablo fan, so I was like, oh, hey, they made Overwatch. Might as well try it at least,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the hero shooter is very interesting because for years we had just your your standard Call of Duty type shooters where you just picked a soldier guy and you ran in and you shot people.
Yep.
And it's almost like that genre looked like it was gonna just die out,
Yeah.
Until
the PS3 era, I mean, that was all there was, and then for whatever reason, PS4 and I don't think they really made a good, a well-received Call of Duty yet.
What, PS4? I think. Well, I don't know. I heard World War II wasn't bad, but I don't play Call of Duty, so.
Right, but nothing to the point where it's like World at War or Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Those games, people were celebrating when they were re-releasing a PS2 game. It's like, weird.
I mean, that's all. I guess that's all like nostalgia, but in terms of current shooters, we haven't really had that big resurgence until the hero shooter. Not that I can think of.
The hero shooter, but I would say until Overwatch.
Until Overwatch,
I'm not convinced that Battleborn really.
Well, they all kind of rose up at the same time, though. That's the thing. And then
those two did.
Yeah,
And
well,
very
then there was
unfortunate.
didn't the guy from Epic Games make one? What's his face?
Cliff Bleszinski?
Yeah, did he make like Lawbreakers or something?
Yeah, but that came out like a while after.
Yeah, but isn't that a hero shooter or like a hero shooter?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of its own. It's more of like it's a hero shooter mixed with like Unreal Tournament. Like so, it's like
Okay.
super fast, blitzy.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
So
it's a
yeah.
hero shooter. It's got elements.
So yeah, like Overwatch and Battleborn, which one of them did very well, and the other one is Battleborn.
And I think Battleborn did really poorly, only based on the fact that Overwatch came out at like the exact same time. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember the day that Battleborn launched, Overwatch did a public beta.
Oh, those dicks.
Yeah, I was like, what a. I mean, as a company, I guess like you might as well, like go for it if you can, but still, like ethically, like what a dick move.
Yeah, and like it's kind of amazing the fact that like Battleborn failed so hard because it was it's Gearbox, right?
Yeah, I mean everyone loves.
Yeah, everybody loves Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's almost there is almost no other company that could have upstaged them but like Blizzard or maybe Valve, but
Yeah, it's fun. You think of it like this. You go, you know, the only game that could really stand up to it is like Call of Duty or something. But that's the same damn company. How terrifying is that? Like, isn't that's the scariest concept? That
oh yeah, well yeah. Wait. Does Activision own Blizzard or does Blizzard own Activision? Which way to go?
I think it's a. I don't know. That's a good question. I think they just jointed like.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
think,
like
but maybe one owns the other. But regardless,
it's like a,
and then you
it's
go,
like a-
oh well, the only other one that would beat it is Destiny 2. Oh wait,
Oh,
that's
shit.
the same company. It's
That is
all the same company, and that's horrifying. And
Yeah,
then your only other company that stands up to it in that genre at all is EA.
yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like fuck them. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing in that whole.
EA Titanfall 2 was a game. Anyway,
I heard it was good, but I mean, if you don't have a huge engine behind you, it's not gonna work.
back
Which
to
is proof here. But yeah, back to these two. So yeah, Overwatch, Battleborn came out at the same time. Which do you prefer?
you know what? I've only started playing Overwatch. And I've played Battleborn. I've been playing Battleborn since like late last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I started playing it because it was like super cheap. Like you could find a copy on PS4 for like nothing now.
I mean, it was $20 2 months after release.
It was $7 when I bought it.
Yeah.
Like
sure
you can
it's-
find it for nothing. And like I said, I think now it's free to play on PC. Which obviously means you're gonna want to, they're gonna be doing the I don't know if they're doing loot boxes, but they're doing like the pay to win stuff.
Is it pay to
I
win?
guess. Well, I don't know. I'm like, I guess it's not pay to win, but you know what I mean. It's like pay to get the other characters.
Oh, okay.
Like it's probably like here's a like I haven't played the PC version, but it's probably like here's a base character, so then buy the extra characters.
Yeah.
But I mean, it also Overwatch has loot boxes, and it's not pay to win, and I'm very glad about that. All the loot boxes in Overwatch are just cosmetic.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there's nothing in Overwatch that could be pay to win.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
like,
no RPG mechanic.
I think that game like that game when you first started up, there's a tab that says loot box, and you're like, what? Like it kind of like looks bad at first, and then you kind of look into it, and like the loot boxes don't really affect much.
Yeah, with Overwatch, I kind of credit it with the loot. They weren't the first people to do loot boxes, but they were the people where when they were doing it, everyone was like, "Okay, these are cool and these are fair," and then they did it, and then
EA was like, "Hey, Star
we can do it
Wars."
too. And it's like, "No, EA, get out of here."
Wow, I just paid $900 to get Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Man, it's dumb. But which one do I prefer? I think from a gameplay standpoint, I would probably stick with Overwatch, even though I've played it less. I think the team mechanic in that game works a lot better. But I really like the characters in the world in Battleborn.
Yeah, coming from League of Legends for so long, I heavily prefer Battleborn. I really like the growth mechanic, and you know, getting to level up your character in a way that you want, customizing it, getting stronger. That feeling of avatar strength is just missing in Overwatch for me. But I mean, Overwatch is still very good. I just prefer Battleborn a lot, and I like the idea that the matches are longer, which isn't a thing that most people like. I think most people want it to be quick.
And Battleborn has like a campaign too, and that's like an actual campaign.
Yeah,
you can play,
it was fun,
which was neat. You know, like that's something I wish the other one had. Overwatch. I wish it had some kind of like campaign to help expand the world a bit, because that's part of the fun of playing these games is like the character and the worlds. You know, like it's so interesting. Like, because
I don't know, I never get into them.
Yeah, but like, you know, I think it's just like a natural progression for shooters because we spend so long just playing the bland military guy shooters, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, finally we get these games that like try to have unique characters and you know, like unique settings and stuff. I just wish they would kind of expand upon that with the games itself, you know.
I hear you.
But it's neat though. Which character designs I prefer? It's probably Battleborn, just because I like that Borderlands style.
Yeah. We could look at the style, because Borderlands has that comic booky, really heavy cel shaded style, and Overwatch has simple matte style, I guess, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly you would describe the Overwatch style. It's pretty. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean it looks good, but
you know, like everything's well designed. It's just
everything from Overwatch seems like it came out of a test group.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think Battleborn's characters are a bit more edgy. They have a bit more like to offer, because like they're all kind of wacky and have their own personalities, you know. And like Overwatch characters definitely have personality, but like they don't feel like they go overboard like the other characters do. Like,
yeah, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but just something I've noticed is that I feel like the Overwatch characters all seem to conform to some certain expectations of today's society.
yeah,
like every single new release I've seen, -1, has been a female, like a strong female character, and it's like, okay, guys, I get it.
Okay, Tumblr.
Yeah. Strong female leads. I get it. So
I mean, which you know, I'm not saying anything bad about. The character that I play as in Battleborn is Galilea, which is the night girl with the power armor.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, but it's just when every single release is gonna be that. It's like we get I get why they're doing it, and it's just kind of lame that we have to get there. And I feel like Battleborn didn't conform to that so much, but maybe it has. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it since like the first champion was released, which was a female. So I don't know, but I really liked the big guy with the guns. Montana.
Yeah, Montana.
I love Montana. He's so much fun.
Yeah, and like that's the key thing is like the characters in Battleborn just have a lot more personality. I feel like they're just a lot more expressive, and they all have really wacky, like different designs. Like the characters in Overwatch feel like they could be a part of a shared universe, and the characters in Battleborn feel like they're fucking out of nowhere. Like there's one that's like a little penguin in a mech suit. Like,
yeah. Oh, I remember that character. Yeah.
Yeah, like they all feel like they're just out of nowhere, and it makes it so fun to like pick and choose your favorite characters, you know.
Yeah, I loved that about that game. I miss it. I would go back. Are you saying that it's there's people that are playing it on PS4?
Yeah. I found games. I'm not like I don't know how much like how many people are playing it, but like definitely there's been times where I've been playing it during the day, and I found matches or people to play co-op and stuff.
What's the wait times like on those games?
It's not too bad on Battleborn. Overwatch, I've had a few matches take me a while to get into. I don't know why. I mean, from what I could tell, that game's still pretty popular.
Yeah, that game's still going. I mean, obviously, we could talk about this in a second, but it's not the current.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Style.
Maybe it's because I'm playing it on console. maybe that's why. But I don't play PC games really. But
Yeah.
maybe that's why the wait times are a little more for me because everybody's moved on to something else.
Yeah, that's been a crazy shift, but that's a little out of the scope of this conversation. But it has gotten
Now we can mention
less
it.
popular than the sandbox style shooter.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite and PUBG have just
Yeah.
rolled over everything.
And I think that's kind of also one of the things is that I feel like the hero shooter, unless they do like Battleborn on PC, adapt to a free to play style, I don't know if they're gonna last. Because like now everything's going free to play pretty much.
It's a smarter model. It really is. I mean, I've literally watched people spend like $100 on Overwatch. And it's
Yeah.
like you paid for Overwatch and you spent $100 on Overwatch. But
Yeah,
that concept of like the loot boxes is we should talk about this because it did introduce it, but some of it's kind of criminal, and I think they've definitely pushed some legislation about it. But there is like a gambling aspect to it, and I don't know. I think some people are predisposed to want to roll the dice on those loot boxes.
Yeah, they definitely do have that like gambling aspect to them. So I could see that being a very addictive thing for some people that have like that are pre-exposed to that kind of And yeah, it's just it is gambling. Like loot boxes, they are gambling. There's no way around it. You're paying money and you don't know the outcome.
Yeah, you have a set of odds.
Yeah,
And you don't know what the outcome is.
Not saying you're a piece of shit if you buy loot boxes. I'm just saying like it is gambling. Like there's no way around that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And I think both of us. I think it's safe to say both of us are more single-player gamers, right? So I don't think we're necessarily the target audience for some of this stuff, and I don't think either of us quite grasp it as well as maybe a guy that just plays Overwatch all day, or PUBG all day, or whatever their poison is. But to us, I'm just happy that it's not really in single-player games yet.
Oh, that would be terrible. Well, yeah, it's just like there's a reason why I haven't played these games till now. Really, I just didn't have an interest at the time, to really get into it because I play single player games, and I don't know how they would do loot boxes in a single player game. I think Metal Gear Survive has some shit in it, but I haven't played it, and I don't want to.
That's not really a single player game, though, is it?
Is it single? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you could play it single player, but I
have very little exposure to that game. I don't know.
I thought it was multiplayer because you have to play it online. I thought it was multiplayer.
Is it online only?
I think so.
I know you have to pay $10 for a save slot. So
the good old folks at Konami.
Fuck off, Konami.
Looking out for you.
Just go away. Just stop. Just stop existing now. Like you already ruined your best franchise. Just die.
Well, they can make money, so.
Gambling with the little, what are they called, the pachinko machines, or whatever they are. Those.
Yeah, to each his own. If you find a way to make money, I say go for it. But it's just a shame that we won't see really anything great from those really good franchises.
Yeah, no. I think it's the worst thing is that they won't even sell it. Like if they would just sell like Metal Gear to Sony, like everything will be okay.
For us, yeah, but why would they? I mean,
Why would they?
Perspective, why would you?
Yeah, why would they? It's the most popular series, but yeah, it's
sad
for us. Kind of got off track though. So do you think the hero shooter is here to stay or what? Because I mean, we only saw one really popular one, and then the rest of them just kind of fell by the wayside.
I think there's gonna be bits and pieces taken from it. I think if it's going to succeed, it's got to be free to play, like you said. Seems to be a given at this point. As it stands, I don't see anybody competing with Overwatch, and I don't see Overwatch being definitely as successful as it was the same time last year. There's been a couple that have tried. Paladins has come out. I don't think it's made as huge of a splash. I mean, I'm sure it's successful and it makes money, but There's that. There was a one called Gigantic
Hmm.
that I don't think hit very hard. So I'm leaning towards no. I think if you're gonna make a game like that, it has to include elements of the sandbox shooter as well.
Would you consider Team Fortress 2 a hero shooter?
Yes, I would consider it a. That's a hard question.
Yeah, because it's been out forever now.
It
It's just
contributed.
like it has like a lot of the same elements, like the team based mechanics and the art style.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say it's a very low
It's
low
like
rent.
it's probably where a lot of these games got their inspiration.
Yeah, because it's more class, which you could argue that team hero shooters are class based, but they're very individualized class based. So I don't know. It's very very low rent hero shooter, I would say.
I mean, and if there was anybody that could overthrow Overwatch, it'd probably be Valve.
Yeah, I don't think they're interested in that anymore though.
No, they're not interested in doing anything anymore.
They're making a Dota card game. Have you seen that?
Oh, why?
I mean, if it's good, I'm all for
Can they
it.
just like finish their fucking franchises, please?
Oh, they're not gonna. They've announced they're not gonna do that.
You know.
But Valve could make a good hero shooter. I would argue that could be a possibility. But most of the big companies now you're gonna find are just gonna focus on like these really cheap to produce. That's like card games. Cheap to produce games that are basically just for money. Because people just spend infinite money on loot boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Why EA is right in a lot of ways when they say people don't play single player games. It's not that they don't play single player games, they don't spend any money on them.
I wouldn't argue against. I mean, I would definitely argue against that. You look at like the indie scene.
Yeah, but there's no money in it. Like, I mean, you could make a little bit of profit, but why would EA spend a bunch of money on a single player game when they could make Battlefield and it's just like, oh yeah, and then people spend like $100 on stupid loot boxes. It's just smarter to do that. I mean,
I guess you
sucks
could,
as a gamer, but
you can go the Ubisoft route, where I mean everything's a sandbox, but it still technically has single player. It's still technically a single player experience.
Ubisoft is one of those big companies that still has a little bit of heart. And I say a little bit because they're shaky too on a lot.
Yeah,
of things.
well, all their games as of late have followed the same formula though. They have all been the sandbox game.
So I don't know. They're sort of heading that way too, but at least they still make full competent games. Whereas EA and Activision / Blizzard, whatever, and the hero shooters part of it is they don't seem interested at all.
I don't know. You look at a company like Rockstar, and they haven't really delve into that. I mean, they have like GTA Online, but that's like a whole nother component of a full single player game.
Yeah, I mean that's them doing both at the same time, which is a brilliant move. And there's examples of companies that are still great that are I'm not saying those other companies aren't great because they are great in some respects.
It's just
but there are companies that do it right. I mean, Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red. You can make a very great, competent game, and they put the Gwent out, so they're dipping in it too. But as far as just the hero shooters go, that model is almost geared towards like
free to play,
a free to play loot box experience.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's just kind of it's a strange time to game because like it's just going everywhere now. Like we don't like there's really
I would say it's funneling.
I don't know. I mean, I would say there's really no telling what could pop up next. But I don't know because like
I see everything going from major companies, free to play loot box experiences and heavy multiplayer. I just see that as what we're getting, and then you were going to get the RPGs and stuff, but you're not going to get that from any. Square Enix would still do it, obviously.
Yeah, Square
they're
would.
an anomaly because they were like shit last generation.
Yeah, they didn't do much.
They turned it around hardcore this generation for some reason.
I can only think of like one Square game last generation that I liked, and that was the first Nier. And even that game was super low budget.
Yeah, I mean they didn't give a shit about that. They were like,
Yeah, they were just like, well, it kills me though because the back of that box says like the next best story from Square Enix. I'm like, you guys didn't care about this series.
That's funny. But I wouldn't be surprised if they even delved into something. I'm surprised they haven't delved into more loot boxy stuff. They've done so well this generation. It's bizarre.
I could see them trying to go that route with like a Final Fantasy spinoff or something.
Yeah.
Like how they have like the Cydia games and stuff. I don't know, something like that maybe.
Yeah, that's really weird that they haven't. But you know.
I mean, they just made a like whole Dissidia game on PS4, and that doesn't even have loot boxes.
Yeah.
So,
I
mean,
very
yeah.
weird.
I don't know. It's just the hero shooter. It's an interesting time to game because we got, but you know, like these. It almost felt like Overwatch and Battleborn were like bridging over to this new era of multiplayer games.
I think they, in a way, I'm gonna take Battleborn out of that equation, but I think Overwatch really did bring multiplayer shooters back into the interest fold, outside of just like the bro gamer.
I don't know. I think it's still interesting to mention Battleborn because like whenever those two games were getting released, I remember them like the promotion for both were really heavy.
That's true. Yeah.
Like so like even if Battleborn didn't do well, I think it's still in people's subconscious because there was so much hype around both those games.
Yeah, I agree.
So hey, hero shooters, what are you gonna do?
Do you think they're going to be in the future, hero shooters?
I think I mean, I don't know. With the success of like Fortnite, I don't know how long they'll last. Maybe Overwatch will be like that one game, kind of like how Team Fortress 2 has survived, and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be like that one game that just keeps going, and then the rest of them just kind of die.
That's pretty much how it is right now.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like that's probably how it's going to continue to be. Like I don't think there's going to be another one that'll really rise up.
Probably
because well now it's to a point to where it almost feels like Overwatch is like like invented the hero shooter, so it's kind of like a GTA thing, how like sandbox games were really big back in like the 2000s and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like anytime any sandbox game popped up, every outlet was like, it's like GTA, but that's what they're going to be like. It's like Overwatch, but
it's
this,
the McDonald's shooters.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Is that I don't think anybody's going to really overthrow it, and therefore nobody's going to try. It's just going to move on to other stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but they're not bad though. I would recommend trying at least one if you're interested in multiplayer shooters or just multiplayer games.
Ditto. I prefer Battleborn, but I think Overwatch would probably be the way to go.
Battleborn's super easy to try though. It's super cheap if you want. Yeah, like if you want to play on a PS4, just look everywhere. It's literally it'll cost you like $5 maybe. Just yeah, there you go. I mean, very very small investment.
All right, man.
Well, it was good having this talk about hero shooters.
Yeah. This came out of the blue. I just woke up and there's a.
Oh yeah, I was just like, hey, want to talk about hero shooters?
Well, yeah.
Duh. So yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. Go check out the Itch Network. Their Tex Andrew series has been really cool. Been doing
and there might be a little name drop in the next one. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Tex Andrews plays Overwatch.
No. What the hell is this? No. It would be. There might be a name drop of a certain other channel.
Okay.
He might have a couple cousins with some similar sounding names.
Okay.
Get into some trouble.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Keep your ears peeled.
Pill your
And
ears.
your eyes open.
But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. I haven't had you on the Turbo Zone in a while, so
Yeah, it's been a while.
I figured it'd be good to have a good old fashioned talk.
Good old fashioned Jabberjaw.
Jab, that's the shark, right?
What?
That's a cartoon shark, Jabberjaw, right?
Is it?
It's like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I knew that. But yes, thanks for watching, and see ya.
Take it easy.
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlord, thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.